The Weeknd. So this was crazy because The Weeknd's been breaking Michael Jackson's records here and there as time goes on. A lot of people have compared The Weeknd to Michael Jackson. Me personally, I don't think nobody compares to Michael Jackson. I do think Chris Brown would have been somebody that would have compared to Michael Jackson, but ever since that Rihanna incident, uh, he was never held to that regard anymore, like that high regard where it was like, this guy's a legend. Because you got to think, Michael Jackson started at like the age of 6 or 7, and Chris Brown started like at 13, 14, I want to say, maybe 15. So like there's a little, thing that you can compare it to there, but people have been comparing The Weeknd to him a lot, but The Weeknd never started at a really young age. He started in his teens, I think he was like 17 or 18 when he dropped his first project. I don't remember. But The Weeknd is breaking a lot of records of Michael Jackson. So I can see the comparisons, but, it's different, man. Back then, people had to go to stores, buy CDs, do a lot of different things. This record that The Weeknd broke is a touring revenue record. So you can compare these two, I guess, just inflation, all that. So let's go over the article. The Weeknd has obliterated a tour record previously held by none other than the king of pop himself, Michael Jackson. According to Buzzing Pop, the Canadian crooner's After Hours Till Dawn tour has become the best-selling tour in history by a black artist with 350 million in ticket sales. MJ, previously the owner of the record with the 1987 Bad Tour, which grossed 311 million adjusted for inflation, it came in support of his album, the same name, was the second highest grossing tour of the 80s behind Pink Floyd's A Momentary Lapse of Reason tour. The Weeknd celebrated this achievement by posting a video on Twitter on Wednesday, July 12th, of him performing an empathetic cover of Jackson's Dirty Diana during a recent tour stop. "My king, then, now, and forever, rest easy," he wrote in the caption. The After Hours Till Dawn tour took The Weeknd across North America between July and November 2022, while its international leg began this past June in Lisbon, Portugal. There's still a few months left on the massive 64-date tour, which ends on October 25th in Guadalajara, Mexico. That's the thing, though. Are they really comparing like the exact number of dates that they toured? Because if somebody toured a lot more dates, that's unfair. Like, you can't be like, oh, Michael Jackson had 60 dates and The Weeknd had 93, and The Weeknd made more money. Obviously, he had like 30 more dates. I'm just throwing numbers out there. I don't know if that's the actual numbers on their dates, but this says a 64 date, tour. So I'm hoping Michael Jackson had let me see, the 1987 Michael Jackson Bad Tour. 123 shows. Okay. So I assume that Weeknd's going to match that. I don't know if they're counting just the 64 dates is for like, but yeah, 123 fucking dates is insane, bro. That is work. Like, damn, that's insane. But yeah, man, shout out to Weeknd. He's breaking records of Michael Jackson's left and right. It's hard to compare the streaming, like when he breaks records and it's like streaming numbers and all this shit. I don't really compare him to album sales. I do think this should be separated 100%. Because getting somebody to actually drive, no matter what the weather, no matter what's going on, drive to a store and pick up your CD is a lot harder than just getting somebody to push a button and listen to your music. Nowadays, it's way, way, way easier to get people to access your music, but also there's a lot more competition. So, there's a double-edged, there's a trade, not a double-edged sword, but there's like a trade-off there always with something new that comes out. So, round of applause to The Weeknd, man. He's doing his thing. I personally haven't listened to Weeknd a lot. I do like his first projects. He has a song called Rescue You, and I love that song. And then Weeknd just went on to this whole like cocaine, party, Hollywood lifestyle type of music. And I was just like, I'm not really a big fan. Granted, he does have great records, great voice, and very talented, but I'm not too big of a Weeknd fan. But shout out to him, man. Dope thing to break.